Hello, this is Brandon. I'm with Southern Hills Home Buyers, and I'm going to be talking about how to sell a property that has title issues. We come across properties all the time that have an issue that prevented it from selling at a previous time with a different buyer or different title company. And generally, there are several different title issues that we come across, and we have solutions for most all of them depending on the circumstance. And so I'm going to talk about some of the title issues that we see commonly, and I'll give some ways that we can solve them, and hopefully this will help you know that there is a possible solution if you have a title issue. So one issue that we see sometimes is a missing payoff from an old mortgage. So if you have an old mortgage on the property that's maybe was established or recorded 10, 20, 30 years ago, and you never got a payoff on it, sometimes that mortgage company could have been sold to another mortgage company, which is sold to another mortgage company. They might all be out of business. So generally when that happens, we have ways of sending demand letters and verifying that there is no more payoff. But without really digging to understand the situation, a lot of title companies will not close a transaction until they have evidence that the mortgage is actually paid, which is not possible if you simply just don't have a location to send a payoff request to. So we see that sometimes. Another title issue that we come across that we can solve is a partial interest, where if a individual is looking to sell a property, but maybe they have an old business partner, maybe they have multiple family members, and some people want to sell and other people don't want to sell, then generally we can close that transaction through a partial interest sale. And it's a good solution for those who want to get out of the property, especially if the property has things owed on it like taxes or liens or things that are increasing in the dollar amount, and you no longer want to be associated with that. So we have attorneys that specialize in doing partial interest sales that can help navigate through that. Another title issue that we see is a lot of liens. So there are liens such as IRS, child support liens, old mortgages, maybe a lawsuit that might have been filed on the property 5, 10, many years ago, and due to the circumstance or situation, those liens are preventing a sale. So when we come across that, we really dig into the liens and use our attorneys to make sure there isn't a way we can get them removed off the property. If we can't, we always look to see if there's a way we can negotiate or work to decrease the loan amount, especially if it exceeds the sale price of the property, just so we can go ahead and get the property sold or purchased. So another title issue we see sometimes is when a property is bought from somebody else via owner finance, and it's a mom and pop style owner finance provider that doesn't have clean records. You can't get a hold of them. They don't have anything recorded. And so you're not able to sell the property because you can't get a clear payoff from the individual who owner financed the home. So when that's the situation, as soon as we have an assigned agreement, we can have our attorney start working on that, and generally they can send the proper letters to the owner finance seller and make sure that we can get the payoff on that. So the last title issue that we see that we deal with is a break in the title. So sometimes if a property is sold previously and that deed was not recorded, there will be a break in the title ownership of the property, and that can cause issues to where the property can't be sold. So anytime that somebody's trying to sell a property and there's a break in title, as soon as we have a signed agreement, we will then start working to find the previous sellers and to break in the title. So this would happen if somebody sold a property and the deed wasn't recorded, and that new buyer sold to somebody else, and now that somebody else is looking to sell to us. The title company would get our agreement, they would look and say, well, the previous transaction was recorded, and then we would work to find those individuals and get the proper paperwork signed so that we can have the vesting interest in the current seller and get that property closed. So if you have a property that has any of these title issues or really any other type of title issue, please reach out to us, because generally title companies are really busy. It's hard for them to get all of these issues addressed in a timely manner, and many attorneys are going to be expensive and might not really specialize in solving multiple types of issues. And one might be specialized in a certain aspect of real estate, but maybe not all of these different aspects, and we specialize in all of this. So if you have a property that has any of these kind of title issues, please reach out to us, click the link below, go to our website, fill out a web form, and we will work to get a resolution to any sort of title issue you have. So again, if you go to our website and click the link, fill out the form, we will reach out to you and we hope to help you with your title issues soon.